Good morning to all of my beautiful Astrolites this fine Sunday morning. I hope you guys have enjoyed your weekend. Real quick, before I get started, I want to give a shout out to my girl Faithy J, or as we all know her, Nikita Lyons, for her debut on her new podcast, The Lion's Den. The first episode is 11 minutes, but it's well worth every single second, so I highly suggest you check it out. She discusses a lot of topics, and her first topic, which I want to basically piggyback on, was we are not designed to do just one thing and call it a day. We're not. No matter how hard we try, we're always wanting to do something else. We're always looking for that next thing to give us purpose. Like Nikita, for instance, she's still in recovery, and for those of us not aware, there is a life outside of the ring. If you're uh, if you're a pro wrestler, there is definitely life outside of the ring. It's always good to have a plan B. There's nothing to be ashamed of about it. Um, she's not wrestling. She's in recovery, like I said, and she's doing a lot of things. She's dancing. She's making music videos. Um, she's doing modeling gigs, things like that. So there's a lot of things that we are able to do. We just can't do one thing and call it a day. I mean, we just can't, no matter how hard we try, because we're always going to want to do one other thing or even two other things. Me, for instance, I want to be a jack of all trades. I can't just do one thing and call it a day. That's not even how me personally, that's not how I operate. I always this is this will be helpful for all you guys, especially the younger generation. It's always best to experience more than just one thing. Like if you love wrestling and that's your whole life, I get it. But you also got to take into consideration anything can happen at any given moment. You can get injured and your career could be over in an instant. So it's always good to expand your horizons, expand your careers. And I even said, like, I don't want to just wrestle. I don't. I like to do other things. And I get how some people would want to not do that because they'd be considered a sellout or something. It, it's if you want to try different things, try different things. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like you want to try something different. You're not a sellout. You just want to try something different. Stop allowing people to judge your perception on things. Just do what you feel like you need to do. Let's say you're a musician, but you want to go into acting. By all means, do so. And a lot of people, for example, Taylor Swift, she used to be specifically into country music, but then she adapted to more of a pop genre. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you want to try a different flow of music, that's what makes that's what makes life so grand, is that anything is possible. You can do anything you set your mind to. That is not a cliche. I don't care what anybody says. That is the whole point of living, is to experience new things. Like I don't want to just wrestle. I want to do modeling gigs. I want to act. I want to perform musically. I may even want to dance. Who knows? There's just a lot of things I want to experience. And if you want to call me a sellout for whatever, by all means. But I'm going to do whatever I want to do. That's just point blank. The whole point of living life is experiencing, seeing what your interests are, basically seeing what motivates you to get out of bed in the morning and just be like, you know what? I just thought of something. I'm going to go out and do it. So, if you want to try new things, that's the whole point of living. Go out, be adventurous, do something you've never done before. Just as long as it doesn't kill you or get you arrested. But anyway, real talk, just live your life to the fullest. Because we can't just do one thing and just call it quits. Can't just be like, oh, I wrestled a match and, I just got to get ready for the next match. And, wrestle, eat, sleep, repeat. Just don't limit yourself, basically. It's important that you get out and do a lot of different things, especially if you're young. Because once you're older, you're going to realize you want to live a life with no regrets. So by the time you're older, you're just like, you know what? I have no regrets. I did everything that I've ever wanted to do in my life. I'm proud of myself. I'm happy. I'm completely content. That's the kind of life you want to live. You don't want to be in your twilight years and be like, oh man, you know what? When I was younger, I should have done that. I didn't think it was a good idea at the time. But, uh, it is what it is. And that's another thing. You got to stop saying it is what it is. Because that that is basically going to give you a mind block. You're going to want to do something, you don't do it, and then you're just going to be like, oh well. Don't have that kind of mindset, because it's going to eat away at you tenfold if you do. Live your life. Do all sorts of different things. Don't worry about people calling you sellouts. Don't worry about people judging you for wanting to do something different. Those are the kinds of people you do not want to interact with anyway. If you're a musician and you want to be an actor, so be it. If you're an actor and you decide you want to wrestle, that's fine. People every day are doing so many different things. And that's what makes life worth living, is that anything is possible. So, go out, live your life, do what you need to do to be content in your later years so you can be like, I did what I said I was going to do when I was younger. Okay? So that's pretty much all I got on the subject. I want to thank you all for watching. I love you all. Once more, a shout out to Faithy J, aka Nikita Lyons, the Lioness, the Lion's Den, however you want to do it. This Wednesday is going to be episode 2 of the Lion's Den dropping, speaking of which. So I highly suggest you go watch her show. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to be listening in on it. I love you all. I'll see you in the next content. Bye-bye.